What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. See, I'm getting ready to get set up here to swap out this steering wheel with this Mk2 Audi TT steering wheel. It's not in perfect condition. You can see the buttons, like some of the black was coming off. I just took a black marker actually, so I'm probably gonna have to get new buttons and stuff. Well, these two new inserts, so later, and then probably have to condition the steering wheel too. But for now, I want to install this because this steering wheel is ugly. And this one is, when you grip it, it's a little thinner. This one's a little bit thicker, so you get a better grip on it for like sport driving. You can see I already put the got the sport seats in here, and also going to be changing out these right here, because you can see that these are all cracked. This and this gear surround too, and then the boot is all bad too. So I'm gonna be changing that out with this one. You can see this one has this little silver brushed aluminum ring going around it. So, and it's a little darker wood too. Should look better. But this one's kind of faded right here, so I'm probably gonna have to polish it or something. But let's get set up and we'll start taking all this out and see what we can do. And I'm gonna see if I can wire up the airbag. I did this mod already on a Mk2 TT I just sold, and there's a way to wire it up for the airbag to work. This one has, I think, a dual stage airbag, and there's a write-up that people do on how to wire this up on the first stage airbag, and it worked on my Mk2 TT, so I'm hoping it's gonna work on here. But let's do it. To start, you're going to want to take the negative off of the battery anytime you're messing with the airbag or anything. I already did that. And then there's two nuts on the back that you just need to loosen to be able to get the airbag off, so you can get to the wiring and the nut to remove the steering wheel behind it. But it's a T30 star bit. You just put it in there, loosen it. I already loosened it. And then they're the same thing on the other side. Of course, you just pull it back. Then you see all your wiring back here. Just pull that out. It's the airbag right there. And I think this one is for the horn. But of course, because I'm filming, it doesn't want to come out. I'm gonna have to get a flathead to take this out, but you got, basically you're gonna have to undo all the wiring, and then we'll come back and do that. All right, now that we have the airbag and wires removed, couldn't get these out right here, so I just kind of left them. They're being stubborn, so I just unhooked them from this side of the wheel. But you're gonna take a M12 triple square, unloosen this bolt. You can take the nut off. And then if you were gonna put the same steering wheel back on, what you could do is you could take like a marking pen and then mark this to this right here. But since we're not putting the same steering wheel back on, it's really no way to do it. Maybe back here you can mark it and get it back to the same place. But another thing you can do is just put the steering wheel back on, maybe without the airbag. Try to get as close as possible. Take it for a drive in a safe spot, slow, and you can kind of unloosen it, pull over, unloosen the nut, and move it to wherever you need to do for the steering wheel to be straight while you're driving. And that's another way that you can do it. But like I said, since we're just taking this one off, probably not really gonna, I can't mark the old steering wheel to this, obviously, because this is off. So but you could make a little mark where it is if you want, and then just try to eyeball the center of it with this right here. So I would mark it right there. You can see last time I think I just took like a flathead and hit it, but the steering wheel was back further, of course, and I made the same mark. But so we'll take this off and then go from there. See what the other two steering wheels look like, so we can look at the wiring and everything. All right, y'all, this is both out of the car, and you can see the differences. Of course, this one just has this connector right here that plugs into this for the steering wheel buttons and everything, but the steering wheel buttons probably aren't going to work. I think they only wired up the airbags. Probably some way, I'm pretty sure there's some way to get the steering wheel buttons to work and everything, but probably gonna have to find somebody that deals with those electronics. Or else I'll look up later to see if somebody was able to get them to work in a different car, in an older car actually. But you can see this one, the main hookup harness that hooks up to like the clock spring is this, and you can see this one's major different. That's why you got to splice it. So, and you can see this one has the dual stage airbag, where this one just has one. You're only hooking into one of these, the first stage. I forget which one it is, so I'm gonna have to look up the instructions to see how they hook up, and then I'll be right back. All right, y'all, pretty much got it figured out. Basically, you're taking the connector from the Allroad, and you're gonna cut all these ends. I didn't cut this one off yet, but this is for the Allroad airbag, so I'm going to be cutting that off and using the airbag connector from this. Well, you're not even cutting that, you're just cutting the wire from here. But the green is the stage one. That's the one you're going to be using, and that's going to be this green and black. So the other one is this one right here. So I basically just cut that one. It's a blue and white, and I basically cut that one and just wound them together, cut the ends off, folded them, and put some heat shrink tubing over them. So they're that, you know, they're just out the way, not being used. And the horn is here. I'll show you what I wrote down. It's basically 5 pins on the Allroad airbag, on the Allroad connector. The TT only that I had only had 4, because this one has options that the TT doesn't. So starting from left to right, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 you're not going to use. These 2 over here for the airbag, these 2 over here for the horn. So you're going to wire them up accordingly, and this is how it goes. Pin 1, you're going to take the black from this airbag, and you can kind of trace it back to here. So you're going to take the black to pin 1, the green to pin 2, and then for the horn you're going to take the brown to pin 3 and the yellow to pin 4 for the horn. And of course everything else plugs right back into this how it was. The radio stuff, you can cut that off. I left it in case for the button. Those are for the buttons. It hooks in right here. I just left it so I can get them. If I figure out how to hook them up later, I can hook them, you know, I can still hook them up. So I just cut them, twist them together, same thing, cut the ends, folded it, and put some heat shrink tubing on the ends so nothing arcs or anything like that. So I'm about to cut this one, cut this off, and put those together, and then we'll start putting this back in. Alright, you guys, got everything back together. Sometimes the airbags are hard to kind of seat back in, so what you want to do is just push it on and then kind of rock it back and forth, and it'll go back in. And then you want to make sure you got the grounds in the right place. So there's one where the wire's coming off the side. That one goes here by the orange. And then this one with the straight ground goes here. And then the ground for the horn is this yellow that goes over here. And it can, this is the only one that can plug in. The others would be too wide, I think. And then that's it. So getting ready to plug everything back up, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't blow up on me. I'm the guinea pig for you guys. All right, I got it pretty much. I did make some marks. So pretty much, still might have to change it later. Oh well, whatever. But about to put the bolt back in, and then wire this thing up. I left these because they wouldn't come out, and then I think these may be what is going back to the radio. So I'm gonna have to either trace the wire from the other steering wheel or trace these and see exactly where they go, and then maybe I'll try to wire these up later. But I think I'm gonna try to look up some other retrofits for the C5 to see what they did, and then go from there, because I'm not sure which two. There's what, 4 here, and I got 3 here. So there's a ground and then 2 signals. Thing is, this one has 2 grounds and a signal, so I'm thinking it would be this one and this one. I just don't know which wire would be going to which, so just gonna have to figure that out later. All right, got it in there, y'all. Now for the scary part, because I have to put the negative back on. That's one thing, and then I have to turn the key. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. We just did a 2-for-1. I forgot I had left the key on to turn the steering wheel when I was installing it. So basically, it's good. The car already did have an airbag light from when I put the S4 seats in. So I'm gonna have to get a airbag canceller for those. But horn works. We're good. So just need to let's get ready to put these in, and we'll see how everything looks. All right, when I got this one, I think I got this some years back. I can't remember how I took it out, but I had the plastic removal tools, because you can actually crack these trying to take them out. But I got it buried in storage somewhere, so I just used this right here to get behind that one. And then I got my hand behind her and just pulled it out. And some of these came out, and some of these were still on here like this. But basically you could just take them and turn them and they'll come right off. And then to get them back on, you know, basically they're gonna go this way, and then you just push the tabs right back in like so. And that's it. You can see it's a little darker color than that one, but it still matches the side. Actually, that one matches the sides better than this old one. And then this one, when I got this from the yard, I just came up and I think I twisted this or something and it came off. But I was messing with this one yesterday and it was like it didn't want to come up. So I might put the camera down for a minute and use both hands, I think. And then I'll come right back. But then after that, this just comes up and it pulls back. And you can see those 2 tabs right there go in. And then it locks into these 2 back ones in the back right there. But let me try to get this off right quick. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the wood grain or just, I'm probably gonna leave this one because I'm gonna end up changing the shifter anyway. And this one, I know you probably saw in the last video, this was actually off. And I couldn't find this for a long time. Where I found it was up under the little plastic of the original seat when I took the seats out. But I had looked under the seat and everything, but it was wedged right under, there's a little plastic thing for the motor right under the seat. It was under that, so I would have never found it until I took it out anyway. But let me try to get this out right quick. I just got this one off, but it has this ring that goes around here that locks it to this. It was real hard to get off until I got that off. This one still has the metal ring on, so I don't know how I got this one off. Must have pulled pretty hard or something. But basically, like I said, just lift up the back, then this slides back. Then you lift up and it's gonna expose all this. You can take that pin off. I mean that lock ring off. And then if you want, you could probably put another small lock ring back on there, one with, you know, the traditional with the screwdriver, and then go from there. But I'm gonna see if this one locks back in. Yeah, this one just locked right back on. I just pushed down and it locked right back on, right back in position. So just take that, push those two front tabs in, and push down on that, and that's it. This is kind of worn, so I don't know what knob I'm gonna go with. Probably something from a newer Audi or something. And then I got one more thing. What did I do with it? I have a ring for this steering wheel that I bought a while back. Oh, it's over here. Just lock myself out. Gearshift does look a little bit more sporty than the wood grain knob, especially with this around it. I got this, and this just goes on the steering wheel like that. But it's got it's got some 3M tape on the back, so I'm gonna have to clean this off with some alcohol, because I took some armor on and I went over this because it was looking kind of dry. So I'm gonna clean this off with some alcohol, and then we'll come right back and see how everything looks. All right, you guys, that alcohol wipe that came with it is all dried out, and I don't have any alcohol here, so I'm gonna maybe put it in later. But you can take a look at the seats and the steering wheel. Got everything else in there. Eventually I want to try and find the carbon fiber inserts for the doors and stuff from like the S6 or the RS6. Yeah, if I get lucky and find them. I did look online at a few companies that make them, but they're real expensive. So, and the ones I did find used, they're expensive as well, and most of them are cracked and stuff. So I think one company that actually made them from scratch, well, they just redid these and made them carbon fiber, was cheaper than even some of the used ones. So maybe go that route, but hopefully I'll get lucky, because I actually have the Alcantara headliner, except this part and this right here, which I need to get. Some years back, there was a S6 wagon, a C5 S6 wagon that popped up at the yard when I was going back and forth between California and Colorado. So when I got there, the headliner was still there, so except for this. And so I grabbed the whole headliner, so you can see those match the seats exactly. So I just need to get these front, and the thing is, it's hard to find these, because I had to order these too, and I think he sent me these right here, but I think I may have one of these. I think he sent me, but there's a place in Vegas that parts them out, but he told me that the sedan A-pillars are different from the wagons right here. So I'm gonna have to find those somewhere, but even more than that, somebody who's willing to just part that out, or I'm just gonna have to recover these with the same color Alcantara right there. The only thing is these plastics, so hopefully I can find that. I can't remember if I might have these actually, so it might just be these right here. So I guess the only other thing is I need to find some pedals. Guys, let me know if there's any aluminum sport pedals from another Audi that fit these. If you guys have done it already, just hit me in the comments and let me know. Then I'm gonna change the shifter at some point. I don't know to what. And then at some point, I'm probably gonna have this steering wheel redone, maybe with carbon fiber and the Alcantara gray in the middle or something like that. I do have a carbon fiber that goes in the middle right here, but I don't like the way it fits. Then I saw another carbon fiber piece that goes over this on eBay. But I think I'm gonna hold off on that and just wait until I can get the steering wheel done and all that. But for the most part, this was easy to wire up. There was only 4 wires actually. You just got to know which ones, and that's how I did it. And I'll post a link to the instructions that I use from it, but it's in the audittuning.org forum. So I'll post a link to that one so you guys can see how to do this too, if you want to do it. But for the most part, I like the way everything's coming along. I did find another B7 S4 sedan. The only thing, I think it has all the seats in it. At least when I saw it online, it did. It's at a junkyard, but it's the black and white Alcantara. So I'm thinking about getting it and dyeing it, because I did see that they have some specific Alcantara dye. So I might get and do it, because these don't pop up that often at the junkyard. So hopefully something will pop up soon, like another S6. There was even an RS6 that popped up at the junkyard later, a couple years back. But like I said, I was going between work and I just ran up there to see it. It was actually there. So I didn't really get to grab anything off of it, because I got called to work back out of town last minute. So that's one of the things I regret. So that's why I went ahead and I grabbed the headline, because I was like, man, this will never happen again. And I think some of the stuff was missing. I think the Speedo was still there. I didn't get a chance to grab that. But the main thing I wanted was the headliner. So hopefully something will pop up. If not, hopefully I'll find something for cheap or something. Maybe somebody parting one out, and then go from there. But anyway, y'all, I like the way that the Allroad is coming along. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments different steering wheels you guys have used, especially if you've ever got the buttons hooked up to work and everything, and also the pedals, if you guys got any knowing if any other pedals that'll work. But anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.